Hi everyone, John here, All Miniatures Great and Small, and today I'm doing another retro gaming episode. It seems like the last few that I did have been fairly popular. You guys asked for more, at least some of you did, so I thought I'd go out and dig through and see what I could find. So today I thought I would be sharing Starblazers, the Fleet Battle System. Starblazers, if you don't know, is the American iteration of a Japanese anime called Space Battleship Yamato. And it's one of my favorite science fiction settings. In some ways, I know this might be heresy, I like it better than Star Wars. It is an awesome setting. It's basically World War II in space, as you can tell by the Yamato itself, that it is basically a World War II battleship. And depending on the version, it's the actual battleship rebuilt as a spaceship, or just a shell that is a brand new spaceship underneath. So, with that said, what is Starblazers Fleet Battle System? It is a miniatures-based game that you pit your fleets against each other. The nice thing about this game and the universe that it is you have several factions. It's not just one side against the other. Every season or movie from this anime or franchise typically brought in a new bad guy for the good guys to face. Through the years, it got pretty fleshed out. The original anime came out in the 70s. I want to say this came out in the 90s. So this is game module 2, although it is really the whole rulebook. It supersedes game module 1. It's got all the updated rules and ships from the first module, so you don't really need the first one. I don't even know where mine is. So this copy is very well beat up because I like this game a lot, but this is a very 80s, 90s type war game. The rule book, if you will, is all black and white. The rules are very, very crunchy. So if you've played something like Starfleet Battles, this is similar to you. And Starfleet Battles is, basically the Star Trek themed monster war game that I may cover in some other time. You guys have seen some of the spaceships I've been painting recently for that universe. But even ships like like a ship has a massive display that you got to figure. Firing arcs, damage, weapon systems, ammo, all the different charts you need. So I'm going to move the camera to get this in frame. All the different charts you need to fire. There's a lot to the game, and it's a good game. I recommend it if you're looking for an in-depth system. This system could be adapted for other properties or a generic space system, but this is obviously themed to Yamato. This came out, and it had a line of miniatures with it that are pretty cool. So I'll share those with you now too. Basically, they aren't too big. This map, I think these hexes are 1 inch, if I remember right. So these, for example, would be some of the Earth ships. And here we see one of the first big issues with these ships, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, so there you go. This is a representative of the Earth Defense Force. You have the hero ship, which is called the Yamato. It was called the Argo in the American version. And let me just throw out that question there. When I was in elementary school, I would race home to watch this show, Starblazers, and I forget, like Battle of the Planets, I think was on after that, which was another anime that they Americanized. But this was the show that I just loved when I was younger. So this is the, it looks like a battleship in space. For those in the know, will know that the Yamato has the mighty wave motion gun up in the front, and which is basically a giant cannon. You have the Andromeda. So these are either metal, these ones happen to be metal, the two that I picked up, or a resin. And one of the trademarks or hallmarks of these designs are the fins. The Japanese loved the fins in the 70s. And they look very cool. And they came as a photo etch sheet with the miniature. So you got to clip those, and you can see these fins. You can clip those off and glue them on, and it's very, very fiddly because it's tiny. And if you're not familiar with photo etching, it can be a challenge. But if you're a general scale modeler, you've probably worked with photo etch before. And it's not bad, but you'll notice that those ends of those fins are like a syringe. I mean, they are sharp. And you saw my finger got caught on one, and that's very easy to get caught and fall over. But that's not any fault of the game system or game designer. That's what the ship looked like. And it really gives it a good scale appearance that I think plastic, these things would be way overscale. Then you've got, a standard Earth. This is a battle carrier. You've got smaller ships like these are destroyers and so on. Then you have some bad guy ships. This is a Gamelon battle carrier. It's a cool looking ship. I believe this is a Comet Empire antimatter missile cruiser. So these are a lot of fun to play with. My only negative thing I think I would say about this game and game system is in this day and age, it just takes too long to play a game to conclusion. I think more modern games like Flames of War, Warhammer 40K, they set the goal or bar to get these tabletop games done in 2 to 3 hours in a typical gaming session. And games like Starfleet Battles, Starblazers Fleet Battle System really take longer unless you reduce it down to just 1 or 2 ships. But these are fleet battles. You want to have lots of ships on the table, so it's kind of exciting. So I think it would be good. You can use these miniatures for other gaming systems that are out there. You could adapt them different ways. There's also different scales. There's plastic models for there's a ton of content for this property, this series out there. And I'm probably going to do a what's on the table, showing you some modern Yamato stuff that came out. So there you go. That is just a quick look at some of the models for the Starblazers Fleet Battle System. I will say that back in the late 90s, I think it was, I did run a tournament of about 4 players. We could never get a lot of traction, but it was a lot of fun, but it took a long time. But the book is just packed with cool stuff, scenarios. It's a very detailed book. So I'll put a link down in the video description below to the Starblazers Fleet Battle System webpage. I know the webpage is up and operational. I don't know if the person who runs it is still selling stuff, but it's there. He has all the ordering information and stuff like that if you're interested. Also, I'll put a link to the Boardgame Geek page for this. I was very much into the gaming here, and it's fun. It's fun. So I'd recommend, if you have an interest, maybe look at this, or look at a secondhand copy, or the miniatures, or see what else is out there in the Starblazers property. But I'm curious. Let me know. I know that a lot of the viewers of our channel are, they like Flames of War. They like military. And I know lots of viewers like science fiction that watch the channel. And Starblazers is one of those properties that kind of, for me, crossed the divide and was both. It had a lot of history. The naval warfare was, World War II is referenced all the time in the ship designs and the way the ships fight, things like that. And it's a cool property. So there you go, guys. That's a look at Starblazers Fleet Battle System. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do give us a like and subscribe. Click that bell to receive notification when we publish new content. You can also check us out on Facebook at All Miniatures Great and Small. And if you like our Flames of War content, please do check out our Flames of War Patreon. There'll be a link in the video description below for that as well. As always, though, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on wargaming.